Your boy did real good last week. I only got 2 games wrong. So let's make some picks. What is up, football fans? Got a good one. We're going to make our picks. This is one of the videos a week that I make for everyone, not just Dolphin fans. Obviously, this is a Dolphin YouTube channel, but I make this for everyone. This Sunday, we'll also be recapping the games. Sunday night, probably around 11 o'clock. Also, next Sunday, we'll be doing the same because the Dolphins don't play for the next 2 Sundays. They play Monday. And yes, for the Dolphin fans and for people who are subscribed to this channel for Miami Dolphins content, I will be breaking down Kurt Warner's film breakdown, or reacting to his film breakdown of Tua Tagovailoa. See what he has to say, because apparently the pass that I thought he missed a wide open guy, Kurt Warner, a Hall of Famer, said Tyreek ran the wrong route. So we're going to look at that, but let's jump into this. And again, shout out to Sleeper. This is the app that I'm using, and is a fantastic app. So I'm going to pull my phone up. So as you can see here, you can come in, you got all these different sports, as you see here, soccer and all that stuff. We're going to come in here. We're going to go to the Pick'em League. Right, I'm doing this live, and real quick, just so you guys don't think I'm lying here, look at how I did last week. I got 14-2. The 2 I got wrong was the Steelers and the Minnesota Vikings. Do you blame me though? Like if the team that actually won or played won, I would have got them all right, but obviously I didn't. So we're going to week 3, and we're going to jump into this, starting with tonight's game. The Miami Dolphins heading to Buffalo to take on the Bills. There's an 86% chance of the Buffalo Bills winning this one, which is crazy to me. Buffalo's giving 12.5. And again, you watched my preview video yesterday, even giving 12.5, I am still taking Buffalo. I would even still bet that 12.5. I am so down bad on my Miami Dolphins. The line moved from 10.5 to 12.5, and they normally give 3 for just being the home team. So you already know it ain't looking good. So that's what I'm going with, that one. Then we have the Atlanta Falcons heading to, I wanted to say Cleveland for some reason. Carolina to take on the Panthers. The Falcons are giving 5.5. I'm going with the Falcons. After coming off and beating J.J. McCarthy and that Minnesota Vikings defense, which I think it took a while for the first touchdown to actually happen. But still, they won that game in Minnesota. I'm going to give the nod to the Atlanta Falcons on that one. Then we got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Cleveland Browns. Green Bay 7.5 pointers. Oh, Atlanta, and I am taking the spread of 5.5, giving 5.5. Green Bay giving 7.5. I am taking Green Bay, and if I'm betting, I'm also taking that 7.5 because Green Bay's defense is good. As Green Bay Packer fans like to say, thank you, Jerry, because holy moly, did they do really well with that trade, helping them out. Then we have the Houston Texans taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in Jacksonville. Jacksonville's only given 1.5. This is a tricky one, right? It came down to the wire between Houston and Tampa Bay. Honestly, I think Houston shouldn't have scored. They should have ran the clock down, kicked the field goal, and then, worst case scenario, you give Tampa the ball back. They have no timeouts and probably barely any time. But they did score and ended up losing in a crazy fashion. I think, well, there you go. That's what happens if you click on it. You can see more stats. I think Houston is going to bounce back. I think Houston gets their first win of the series. They're one of the few teams that are 0-2, and I think Houston is going to win that one. Next, we have the battle of the backup quarterbacks. This one is going to be very, very interesting. Now, Joe Burrow is out for a minimum of 3 months with a turf toe, and if you're going to laugh and say, wow, he's out for a turf toe, he's out with toe injury, go look up what a turf toe looks like. And J.J. McCarthy is also dealing with an injury. So you're going to have Jake Browning taking on Carson Wentz. I am taking the Minnesota Vikings in this one. I think what it's going to come down to for me is the defense of the Minnesota Vikings. I think they have a better defense, and they're given 3.5. I would even take them with that 3.5. And I also think Carson Wentz is a little bit better of a quarterback than Jake Browning. Then we have the Pittsburgh Steelers heading to New England to take on the Patriots. Pittsburgh is giving 1.5. They came off a loss, a crazy loss with the kickoff that bounced over the guy, regardless if it touched it or not, landed in the landing zone. You got to get that ball. He decided he wasn't going to. Seattle gets a touchdown, ends up, really winning that game. In New England, it was a back and forth with the Miami Dolphins. They came out, they won. Dolphins defense couldn't stop anything. Good for them. I'm going with Pittsburgh in this one. I think they're going to be a little bit pissed about that Seattle game. And I think they're going to come out and win this one. I'm saying I think a lot, but the Patriots defense isn't too great. And the offense, obviously, if you face the Miami Dolphins and your offense puts up a lot of points, don't get excited. That's all I'm going to say, because the Dolphins defense sucks so bad. Don't get too excited about that. Don't think you're really anything until you actually face a good team, because the Dolphins defense and even offense is not a good measuring bar. Then we have the LA Rams going to Philly to take on the Eagles. Eagles are getting a lot of flack for their tush push being offsides, and then the center lining up over the ball. Also being able to push the quarterback, but the defense isn't allowed to. There's just a lot going on. And then you got the Rams as well on the other side. I'm going Philly. I think Philly, and especially home, they're the better team right now. But I honestly think that the refs are going to really crack down on that tush push. And I think you're going to start to see some flags getting thrown on that. And then you're going to get Eagle fans getting pissed off about it. But man, if you're offsides or if you're, false starting, you're going to get called. You should get called for it. Then you got the Jets, another 0-2 team, taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are giving 6.5. Who, again, like I said, came off a crazy victory. It seems like Justin Fields might not be playing this game with a concussion, which means that Tyrod Taylor might be the guy who's gonna go. Gonna be interesting if Tyrod Taylor goes in and plays much better than Justin Fields. Again, Justin Fields is a decent quarterback, but I remember when the Jets got him, a lot of Jet fans were, hooping and hollering. They got Justin Fields, not remembering this is his third team in 3 years. That should tell you something. Tampa Bay's given 6.5. I'm taking Tampa Bay, and I'm even taking them with that 6.5. I really like the way Tampa Bay's playing, and I really like the way Baker Mayfield's playing right now. Then you have the Indianapolis Colts, who are red hot. Indiana Jones is playing fantastic, taking on the Tennessee Titans, who just... Again, they're in a rebuild. You have your franchise quarterback in Cam Ward. You have to build around them some more. I'm taking Indy in this one. They're going to start 3-0. Going to be absolutely nuts. Again, Tennessee, another 0-2 team. Then we have the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Washington Commanders, who seem to be going with Marcus Mariota, even though they're saying that Jaden Daniels is day-to-day. Geno Smith played horribly against the Chargers. Their run game was non-existent. Again, could that be because of the Chargers, or could that be because the Raiders aren't good and the Patriots aren't good? Again, measuring sticks. You got to take it and leave it. This is interesting, because I don't know if Jaden is definitely not playing. Now, they're saying he's day-to-day. I'm going to go with the Washington home team. That's where my mindset's always at. If I have a hard time making decision, I just tend to side with the home team. Then we have the Denver Broncos heading to LA to take on the Chargers. Denver getting beat by Indy off of a very bad call, in my opinion, of leaping. There was no leaping. Denver should have won that game and should be 2-0, but they are not, and they're taking on the Chargers team, like I said, that is playing really good. Justin Herbert looks like he's playing some of the best football of his short 6-year career. Yeah, I'm like, this is 6 years. Chargers given 2.5. Now, I'm going to take the Chargers, but I might take Denver with that spread. I'm just saying, because Hiawatha. Then we have the Saints taking on Seattle. Seattle given 7.5 coming off their victory against the Steelers. Again, Saints, another team that is 0-2. I'm going Seattle. 7.5 is a lot, though. No, I'm still going Seattle both ways. Then we have, I was going to say Indy. Dallas taking on Chicago, another 0-2 team. Dallas playing hard-fought football against the Giants, even though, again, the Giants aren't good. So it shouldn't have came down to that. Can Chicago do something? Dallas is giving 1.5 in this one. I'm going to ride the hot hand right now. I'm going to go with Dallas. Chicago still needs to learn some things, and they got destroyed by the Detroit Lions, like absolutely destroyed. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers, who are going to be going with Mac Jones again because Brock Purdy is dealing with an injury. Now, San Fran is giving 1.5 to Arizona. I'm taking San Fran. I like the way Mac Jones played. I really do like the way Mac Jones played in that game. And I think he, it's showing that it's more the Shanahan offense than it is the quarterback. And they just paid Brock Purdy too. Then we have the Sunday night game. Here's my thing. Schedule makers were making this week's schedule, and obviously you have Miami and Buffalo. You look at that and you could say like, oh, worst case, the Dolphins or whatever. You didn't really expect the Dolphins to suck that bad. But did you expect the Giants to be any type of competitor against a AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs? Like, why would you make this the Sunday night game? The Monday night game should probably be the Sunday night game. But Kansas City, yeah, and they're getting 6.5. There's no way Kansas City goes 0-3. No way at all. And then we got the Monday night game, the Detroit Lions, who came off of destroying the Chicago Bears, taking on the Baltimore Ravens, who came off of a win with Cleveland. I am going with the Baltimore Ravens. So off of my picks, it seems like of the winless teams, Kansas City gets their first victory. Houston gets their first victory, and that is it. So Miami, Carolina, the Jets, Tennessee, Chicago, New Orleans, and the Giants will still be winless. Be sure to go check out Sleeper. Click the link in the description. You get 100% match up to $100. Very, very cool, fantastic app, as I'm showing you here. But that's what I got for you guys. Like I said, I will be seeing you later tonight at 8:15. Miami Dolphins heading to Buffalo. I think they're wearing their all whites. Will it be a competitive game? I have no idea, but it's come hang out. Let's have fun. Let's laugh, because that's all we can do at this point. But like usual, stay classy and fins up.